Superforecasting, the art and science of knowing what happens next, written by P. Agrawal and narrated by John. Introduction. Why the future matters. What makes a forecast super? We are all, in some sense, in the business of prediction. Whether we are corporate executives anticipating market trends, political analysts forecasting election outcomes, investors gauging economic signals, or parents trying to plan for their children's education, we are constantly trying to peer into the fog of the future. The decisions we make, big and small, are guided by our expectations of what is likely to happen next. Yet, for all the energy we devote to predicting the future, we often do so without a clear understanding of what makes a prediction good, let alone superlative. The future matters because it governs everything we value. Safety, prosperity, security, even happiness, all hinge on our ability to anticipate and prepare for what comes next. A business that fails to anticipate a shift in consumer behavior risks becoming obsolete. A government that misreads geopolitical signals may find itself entangled in preventable conflict. Even on a personal level, our quality of life depends on countless judgments about risk, opportunity, and timing. In this light, prediction is not a niche activity, but a core human endeavor, one that bridges the intuitive with the analytical, the personal with the collective, the present with the unknown. Yet, when people think of forecasting, they often think of it in binary terms. Either someone gets it right or they don't. This simplistic framing overlooks the probabilistic nature of good forecasting. Real foresight involves thinking in shades of likelihood, weighing uncertainty, and constantly updating one's beliefs as new information emerges. A forecast is not a crystal ball pronouncement. It is a reasoned judgment about the future, articulated in terms of probabilities, subject to revision, and judged by its calibration and precision over time. What, then, separates a good forecast from a bad one, and a super forecast from the rest? The term superforecasting does not refer to prophetic intuition or genius insight. Rather, it denotes a systematic, disciplined approach to prediction, grounded in analytical thinking, empirical feedback, and intellectual humility. The concept emerged most prominently through a landmark research initiative known as the Good Judgment Project, led by psychologists Philip Tetlock and Barbara Mellers. Through forecasting tournaments sponsored by the U.S. intelligence community, they discovered that certain individuals, drawn from the general public, could consistently outperform experts in predicting global events. These super forecasters were not necessarily experts in any specific domain. What set them apart was their method of thinking. Super forecasters excel at breaking complex problems into manageable components, generating multiple hypotheses, researching meticulously, and revising their estimates in light of new evidence. They are neither overconfident nor paralyzed by doubt. Instead, they embrace a probabilistic mindset, one that allows them to express uncertainty in numerical terms, refine their judgments over time, and ultimately outperform both chance and conventional wisdom. Their success is not a product of clairvoyance, but of careful thinking applied with rigor and consistency. This book explores the art and science of super forecasting, how it works, why it works, and how it can be cultivated. Drawing from cognitive psychology, data analysis, and real-world forecasting experiments, we will investigate what it means to make better predictions in a chaotic world. We will also examine the traits, tools, and techniques that define super forecasters, and consider how these lessons might apply beyond geopolitical contests to business, policy, and personal decision-making. If the future cannot be known with certainty, it can nonetheless be approached with intelligence. Forecasting is not about eliminating uncertainty, but navigating it more skillfully. And in an age where decisions are increasingly shaped by complexity and volatility, the ability to think clearly about the future is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity. Let us begin. Chapter 1. The Nature of Uncertainty. Understanding randomness, probability, and the limits of knowledge. To begin the study of forecasting, one must first confront a humbling truth. The future is uncertain. This is not merely a philosophical observation, but a fundamental condition of the world we inhabit. From the role
Sample complete. Ready to continue?